Hello guys, welcome to the GRS channel. So today we are going to be looking at this boom and crash scalping strategy, and this strategy right here is one of the strategies you can also use for your small accounts. Okay, so this strategy right here, I'm going to give you guys the rules that attach to the strategy and how you can make use of the strategy, including the settings you need for the strategy. I'm going to give you guys everything in depth about this strategy. Now, this strategy I've already tried to test it on different account, and I could see that this strategy is very effective. Okay, so looking at this strategy is one of the strategies you will need, and make sure to stay tuned, watch this video to the end. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification, and time we posting strategy, you guys will be aware. Okay, so with that being said, let's proceed with this strategy. Okay, so first thing you want to do just to talk about settings for the strategy, then we dive into how the strategy works. Now, to set this strategy up, you click on this icon, you click on this icon right here. Now, for the first indicator, which is the envelope, and we add this up, we click on this F icon right here. Now, for the envelope, this is the parameters. Now, the period is 10, shift is 0, the deviation is 0.002. Method is cylinder weighted, apply to close, and for the upper and the lower band, use any color of your choice. Then what you do is click on save. Now, that is the envelope. Now, for the next indicator, which is the RSI, and we add this up, we click on this min chart F plus. For the RSI, now the period is 5, apply to close. Now, for the levels, we need the 10 and the 90 levels. Of course, use any color of your choice for the levels. Now, for the style, also use any color of your choice and click on save. Now, that's the settings you need for the RSI. Now, for the next indicator, which is the MACD, so the way I this up, you click on this indicator window 1 F loss. So you search for the MACD and click on this. Now, for the MACD, this is the parameter. The fast AME is 12, the slow AME is 26, the MACD SME is 5, apply to close. Now, the level is none, the time frame source time frame. Now, for the style, we only need the signal. Okay, so that is the time frame that is the style we are going to be using. So this is the signal right here, using color of your choice, and click on save. So that is the settings we are going to be using for this strategy right here. Okay, so now let's discuss about how the strategy now work. Now, this is what you need to see whenever you want to take a trade with this strategy. Okay, so this is what you need to see. Now, this is this example I'm going to first do for you guys. Now, whenever you want to take a trade with this strategy, first thing you want to I'm going to give you guys what you need to stay out from. Okay, and I'm also going to give you guys what you need to do take a trade with this strategy. Now, when you are trading with this strategy, first thing you want to see is this blue line right here. The blue line right here, first you want to see it come to the 90 levels of the RSI. Okay, so when it gets to the 90 levels of the RSI, now the next thing we are now expecting is to cross below the second line, which is the green line. It has to cross below it, so everything happens right at this area. Okay, so after you cross below it and we see that it's already crossed below the other line, then we are now going to look into our main chart. Now, this is what you need to pay attention to. Now, anytime you see your setup on your indicator window 1 and now want to go for a trade, you always want to wait for at least 5 candles before you think of taking any trade. You have to wait for 5 candles. Now, looking at this setup right here, we have already seen all the confirmation we need. Now, once we see our confirmation on indicator window 1, we now wait for the candle to cross below the envelope line right here, or on the price cross below the envelope line. After the candle that's crossed below it, we are now going to count another 5 candles before we take any entries. Now, looking at this candle right here, now this is the candle that was responsible for the break of the envelope, for the candle to break below the envelope. Now, count this candle right here. This is the first candle, the second candle, third one, and the fourth one. Now, if you are not patient enough and you enter right at this candle, you can see that you was caught by a spike. Now, that is why you want to pay attention. Now, this is another trading opportunity for you. Now, once this candle close, you can count another 5 candles: the first one, the second one, third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Now you are going to enter at the sixth one. This is your entry right here. So that is the candle you are going to enter a trade from, and that is how it works based on this strategy. Now, for the zoom level, you are using the third zoom level. Okay, so that is zoom level we are going to be using for this strategy. Okay, so let me go to crash, show you guys another example, which is going to be on crash indices. Okay, so this is another trade right here. This is another trade right here. Now, looking at this trade right here, the first thing you want to see is this line right here. It comes straight to the 10 levels of the RSI. Now as it comes straight to 10 levels, we are now waiting for it to break and cross above the other line, which is the green line right here. So once we see this, then we look into our main chart. Now you want to first look at the candle that was able to break above the envelope line. We are now going to count another 5 candles. Okay, once we count this candle, we are now going to enter at the 6th one. So that is the candle that we are going to be enter our trade from, and that is how it works based on this strategy right here. Okay, so if I zoom and look at this trade right here, this is the candle that was responsible for the break. Now count this candle right here. This is the first one, the second one, third one, the fifth one, and the sixth one. This candle we are going to enter our trade from. Okay, so that is how it works on this strategy right here. Okay, so those don't have to worry about you being caught by a spike. Now this strategy right here is going to give you guys multiple trades in a single day. At least you are going to see 10 trades in a day. Depends on how you stay in the chart. So that is what going to determine if you are going to stay long, or you are going to just catch some candles and then close the market. Now let's look for another trade right here. So let's go to boom indices. So we are going to be looking at boom 500. Now here on boom 500, we are going to be taking the trade with the same rules. Okay, but right here we are going to be using this area as an example right here on boom indices. Now the first thing you want to see is the line come and touch the 90 levels. Once you see this, then the next thing we are going to wait for is a break below the second line, which happens right here. So after we see this, then we look into our main chart. We wait for that 5 candles again. Wait for that 5 candles again. Make sure you count the candle and it's up to 5 candles before you now decide to take any entries. So after you see that 5 candles, then you enter at the 6th one. That is the candle you're going to be now enter your trade with. Okay, so that is how it works on this strategy. Now let me go to crash to show you guys an example. Now this is going to be the fourth example I'm going to show you guys, so you guys can know that this strategy works perfectly. Now first thing you want to see, make sure you pay attention, is this area right here, and the second thing you want to see is this area right here, and the third thing you want to see is it touching the 10 levels. Now the next thing you want to see is the candle crossing above the envelope line, and then we count 1 2 3 4 5, then we enter at the 6th one right here. So very simple, and it's very straightforward strategy. Okay, so that's how it works on this strategy, and that is the best thing you can do to achieve a profitable trade using these strategies. Okay, so I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification. Anytime we post new strategy, you guys will be aware. Thank you guys. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Okay, so that is that for this video.